Sam, do you know what my favorite season is?
I have a hunch it might be fall.
You've got it. Speaking of which, have you carved your pumpkin yet?
I couldn't decide on a design. I thought about doing a spooky face.
Well, you wouldn't want to scare the neighbors away. You know, fall is also the season of cozy sweaters and hot cider.
Absolutely.
You know what's amazing? Corn mazes.
You've really fallen into the spirit of the season with those puns.
Well, I had to leaf an expression.
Anyways, get ready to fall into another episode of Campus Edge.
Roll the intro.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Campus Edge.
We're back in the studio armed with some shiny new equipment and ready to bring you a fantastic show.
First up, reporter Tess Hargrove spoke with the director of the Coutts Art Museum to learn more about the museum and what's it like to work there.
In the heart of El Dorado, the Coutts Art Museum is a place full of wonder, artistic ability, and creativity. People from all over Kansas bring their artwork to be shown here at the museum so people could see and be creative themselves. I talked to one of the employees of the Coutts Art Museum to see how she likes working here and what her favorite part is.
The Museum of Art has been a museum here in El Dorado since 1970. It started when the founder's son and a few of his friends passed away in an airplane accident, and the father, Mr. Warren Hall Coutts, opened the museum in honor of his son and the other lost young El Doradans. Art is really important to me on so many levels. I grew up in a creative family. My dad did woodwork. My mom just loved crafts and sewing, and so I was always helping paint, or was always in my dad's workshop, and just art has always been a part of my life. And then growing up through school, always going to art in middle school and high school, and really just helping me kind of get in touch with who I was and express what I was feeling inside, and always kind of helped ground me in what I was doing and helped to develop my creativity. Decided to work at an art museum kind of because of my passion for art, and then also because of being lucky enough to step into a museum job. I lived out of the country for a while, and when I moved back to the States, I wasn't real sure what I wanted to do, and took a tour through a museum, and I just loved it so much that I asked the tour guide how you could get a job at a museum, and she said, well, just start volunteering, and that's the best way. So the exciting part is getting to see the people who come into the museum and get the same joy out of it that we do, and are hoping that they will. Some things that are happening at the museum. We have lots of things happening right now, and we've really started ramping up some of the things that we're doing. We've always had our monthly free concerts at noon on the third Tuesdays of every month. We just restarted our after-school program for 4th through 5th graders. Our rotating exhibits bring in new artists from the region every 2 to 3 months. We are currently working on plans and designs for an expansion for the museum, which would include some really gorgeous and beautiful community spaces to really help bring the community together in the downtown area.
Reporting from the Coutts Art Museum, I'm Tess Hargrove.
The Coutts Art Museum certainly seems like an interesting place.
Almost as interesting as the dorms on campus.
Yes, well, some of the dorms can be certainly interesting.
Speaking of which, reporter Sam White interviewed Kaden Warner, one of our resident advisors, to get the lowdown on the life of an RA.
What's up, Grizzlies? I'm here at the East Dorms today, seeing what it takes to be a resident advisor from Butler's own Kaden Warner. Let's do it. Hey up, hey up, hey up. Hey up, hey up, hey up. Hey up, hey up, hey up.
I love being an RA. I think it allows you to get a lot of experience with people and dealing with maybe uncomfortable situations, tough situations for sure. And then of course there's great benefits to it. Housing and meal plan is paid for if you're an RA, and you get your own room, so you don't have to have a roommate. It is wonderful. I love it. I would say the biggest problem isn't specifically like dealing with an actual issue within residence life. It's just balancing everything, because it kind of keeps you on your toes. You have certain things we have to do for residence life, hanging up posters, making our bulletin boards, doing other RA duties. We have a bi-weekly meeting, and sometimes we have one-on-one meetings between myself and the director of housing and the assistant director of housing. So just kind of keeping everything balanced is more the biggest issue I've had, rather than something that's actually occurred within being an RA. So the biggest one that we run into, of course, is drugs and alcohol. It's a completely drug-free and alcohol-free campus. But the drug and alcohol ones come in a lot because, I mean, it's college. People like to party. People are getting out there, experimenting, doing whatever they do. And I think that's the biggest one, is just drugs and alcohol. And of course, those come with fines. And of course, if you get caught multiple times, the fines increase. And at a certain point, you get removed from the residence halls. Follow the rules, make our jobs easier, please. It also creates an easier living environment for you, because we don't have to constantly be worrying about you and what you're doing in your dorm room. Because if we think something's going down, we gotta do something about it. So just follow the rules and then be nice to people.
There you have it. Just a simple thank you goes a long way to our wonderful RAs here at Butler. For BCTV and Campus Edge, I'm Sam White.
Before we take a short break, here's a quick joke for you. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Stick around, folks. Campus Edge will be right back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Hey viewers, glad to have you back.
We sure are. Up next, our reporter Alex Jordan took a look at Butler's own library latte to see what goes on in this sweet-smelling nook in the corner of the library.
Hey Grizzlies, I'm sitting in one of the library's study rooms right now to talk to you about a hidden gem on campus.
So when I came to the El Dorado campus back in 2021, it was just something that was handed down to me, and it was a little intimidating at first. I've never really ran a coffee bar before, but it was something that I knew that we've always had. We've had it for years, a long time. I believe our previous director, Michaela Ayers, decided that she wanted to provide something for students without necessarily trying to make a profit. So for us, it was just, an additional service that we provided. So I kept that in mind when I decided to step up and try different approaches to marketing our drinks and what we offer at the Library Latte to students. I feel like it's twofold. It's another thing that draws students to the library. A lot of students have misconceptions about the library based on their past experiences. You think of like the librarian with a really tight bun who wears sweaters and is always telling you to be quiet, but we're not the library of the past, we're the library of the future.
Kara Price is the person running the show behind the metaphorical curtain, but she has a number of student workers and adult faculty helping. And if you want to visit, they're open Monday through Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Fridays, they're open 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if you want my opinion, the Caramel Mocha and the Griswold are great. Check them out.
So Sam, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm not sure yet, and I don't want to drive too far, but I want to do something fun.
Well, I think I might have some ideas for you. Have you been bored lately? Luckily for you, I have too. I have came up with 3 wonderful ideas of things that you can do around the local area this weekend.
To have like a little weekend getaway, sometimes I go up to K-State and hang out with some friends in Manhattan.
Now, K-State might be 2.5 hours away, but it is definitely worth the drive for a little weekend getaway. Go out with your friends, party, have fun, and get your groove on. Bradley Fair is a local shopping center on the east side of Wichita with tons and tons of shopping things to do and lots of food. You should definitely go check it out.
I really like going to Bradley Fair and just shopping around with my friends. It's really fun. It's a cute little place. I really like going into the Barnes & Noble at Bradley Fair because it just has all my favorite books and it's a really cool place to hang out.
If you're a local Butler student like me, then you have clearly been to El Dorado. So why don't you go to the El Dorado State Lake and go swim or fishing and bring all your friends out and have a good time.
And also Cheney Lake is really beautiful. The weather's always great when we go out and it's just a nice little place to be.
We'll be back soon with more stories, so don't touch that remote. In the meantime, feel free to share your favorite jokes with a friend or pet. We won't judge.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you've smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Welcome back, and we hope you stuck around.
We certainly hope so, because after all, we are your favorite show, right?
Last but not least, our reporter Francisco Puente Takajasi joins the fun as our radio students put in their OctoberFeast event to promote Butler's very own radio station, 88.1 The Grizz.
October comes with many things like Halloween and pumpkin patches. But here at Butler, it also means that it's time for OctoberFeast. I'm here outside of the Student Union covering what the event is all about. I am Francisco Puente Takajasi, reporting for Campus Edge.
Well, so today the radio station was set up outside the Student Union here, just having some fun, playing some music and handing out Frito chili pies and what we call OctoberFeast.
Thanks for cooking.
For this event, I'm standing here with these cute little bunny ears on, getting some customers to come along and eat this delicious food that we're serving up.
I'm something very sabroso. I'm a Coke. You know, you can drink me with your tacos or something. We're getting quite a few people, you know, coming get their chili, some tasty chili.
Yeah, about what I expected. Just kind of the normal in and out of the Student Union here. How many people go in and out for lunch every day? About what we expected, yeah.
Okay, if I could change one thing about this event, I would change it to be later in the day so it's not as hot. I'm like sweating right now and that is not okay, but it's fine.
I was kind of craving some hot dogs with some mustard and ketchup, you know, if you ask me.
I think if we were going to change it, I would probably put the food more up front. That way more people know that we have it and we have to chase people down a little bit less.
So then, OctoberFeast came to an end, leaving students happy and full with chili. I am Francisco Puente Takajasi, reporting for Campus Edge.
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Really? So soon?
I know it's unfortunate, but our students are already hard at work on brand new stories for our next episode.
If you want to catch this episode again or watch past episodes, check out our YouTube channel.
Butler Student Media, our student media's permanent home.
To all our viewers out there, thank you for joining us on this episode of
The Campus Edge.